What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to show you guys how to properly install a garden bed stone edge. We're going to be using a Techo Bloc paver edge here, but the same concept and process will apply to basically any stone edge that you choose, whether it's Belgian block or some other sort of stone. You can see here, first we're clearing out the area where the mulch bed is going to be. There was a stump down there in the corner we had to rip out. Now we have a machine here. We did the paver patio. You can kind of see a little bit of it in the bottom right corner. I'll leave a link to that video if you're interested. You want to check that out. But obviously you don't need a machine for this. You could do it with a shovel. So here we're getting our measurement of where we want our trench to be. Now we want our garden bed wall to come out 4 feet from the house, but we want our trench to extend 6 inches past that. So we mark this stake here at 4 foot 6 inches. And basically we will just follow the string as a guide all the way down to make sure our trench is relatively straight. Now as far as our depth goes, we're digging down about 6 inches so we can get 6 inches of base into the trench for the paver edge stone to sit on. And the reason we're only doing 6 is because we're going to be adding topsoil in front of the garden bed wall to kind of address the slope here. Now if you weren't going to be adding soil in front of the garden bed wall, you would want to bury a little bit of your block, probably about 2 inches of it, depending on the size of it. Here I'm getting the base in. We're using modified stone. This is 3/4 modified, which is basically stone that's 3/4 in size all the way down to stone dust. And we use the machine to spread it out. But again, you could be using a wheelbarrow and shovels to do this. You can see that blue level I have there. I'm making sure that our base is staying relatively level as we go down. I got the hand tamper in here. And the hand tamp could be all you need to tamp this sub base, but you'd have to do it in like 2-inch lifts. Now I have the plate compactor on here. So we compact it the first like 2 inches by hand, and then the other 4 inches I threw on there, we just hit it with the plate compactor. That's a heavy duty plate compactor, so it's good for up to 6 inches anyway. Now we're putting down some chip stone on top of that modified base, just to give us a really level setting base to put those blocks on. You don't have to do this. You could put the blocks directly on the modified base, but after you compact that base, there will be some dips in it. So you will have to plan to do a little bit more tamping with the blocks themselves and to get them level. You see I'm using this red hammer right here to level the blocks. Now, since we put the chip stone down, it's pretty minimal. A couple taps, check it with the level, and it's good to go. If we put it directly on the modified, it would take a little bit more effort to level those blocks as we go down. Now we're setting up the string line again, right to the face of that block. And then down at the end, we put a pin in. And now we have a straight line to follow as we're setting our blocks coming down. Now if you're using a natural stone block, you could expect, like Belgian block, they're not perfectly square. So the guide, the string is just a guide, right? Not every block will touch the string or be the exact same distance. The big thing is, as you're setting these blocks, you stand back and you look at it, and if it looks straight, then you're most likely good to go. The paver stone edge that we're using here, the outside face is a smooth surface, so we were able to follow the string directly. But if you're using a natural stone of some sort, it's not going to be perfectly square, like I said. So you'll just use the string as a guide. And the biggest thing is you stand back and look at it. You stand back and you look at it, and if it looks good by eye, then, what else can you ask for? I'm sliding that level down as we go, just making sure they're not, drifting. You can see I had to add a little bit of stone to that last one. It must have been sitting a little low. A couple taps, and then they're in place. We should be getting close to the corner here. It worked out where we didn't have to make any cuts It basically ended at the end of the house, right where we wanted it to. So now here's a crucial part that a lot of people, well, I won't say a lot of people, some people will skip this and not do this part, and it's adding concrete to your edging stone. This is pretty crucial to make sure they stay in place for forever, or at least a long period of time. If you just backfill it with soil over time, you know, roots and even bumping it with the lawnmower can knock them out of place, and then it's not going to look good. You know, my theory of doing things is, you know, do it right the first time, and then you're not going to have to worry about it. So we're mixing up regular concrete. This is fast set. Oh yeah, well, it's not regular, it's fast setting concrete. You could use regular concrete if you want. We just wanted to bury it, you know, today, cover it up, so we use the fast set. We're putting down about 2 inches on the inside, and then I also will do a layer on the outside, and this just locks these stones into place. And then we're going to put soil on top of that. We're not doing anything inside the garden bed. The homeowner's taking care of that, so all that's just going to stay exposed. But the outside, we're going to cover it up with topsoil and dress it up pretty good. This took about, I believe it was 8 bags. One bag was going about 4 feet, I want to say, just to give you a reference. And here is the finished product. We put grass seed down and straw, and then the homeowner is going to end up handling putting fabric down on the inside, some mulch, and planting some flowers and shrubs. That's a wrap for this one, guys. As usual, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'll catch you on the next one.